Welcome back, big wigs. I'm wearing these because, I thought I looked just too tired, but we are back in the studio today. It's a studio day.
Bless up.
Bless up. Wow. We love. I feel like when I wear these glasses now, I immediately turn into Chris. And these were like my Anna before. They were like Anna's look.
But now they're Chris's look.
Now they're Chris's look. I can't. I don't know why I do that. I should stop doing impressions.
No. But it's just once the prop becomes with the character, it turns into
it becomes cheap. These were my most expensive sunglasses I ever bought.
Yes. And now you're associating them with the cheap Amazon wig.
Exactly. And they're like they're Porsche. They're like a quarter of a car.
Oh, jeez.
That's how much they are. Yeah. Like, what is that? A quarter of a Porsche. What is that?
A quarter of a Porsche is like $25,000.
I was waiting for Mike to chime in. Mike,
25, probably 25K. That sounds about right to me.
That's how much these glasses cost, you guys. I'm going to put them on every time I feel ugly because I keep looking at myself and I'm like, you are not hitting it today. You look beautiful. Dre looks profesh.
Oh, thank you. I think it is the slicked back hairdo, which, as you guys know, is immediate facelift. It's called the Walmart facelift.
Yeah. What do you use, though? What's your product?
Really, I need to find a really good hair balm because I see all these girls doing like the slick back Gen Z.
Yeah.
I just use this old Tresemme super thick like hair gel. It's a squeeze tube. It's not professional at all.
I bought the Way Balm and it's nice. It smells good, but I don't know if I did it right. You know what I mean? Last time I did it. I do it when my hair's dirty. It's like
a girl. That is the
my
truth.
go-to.
My hair's been dirty for 3 days. What has it been? A slick back hair balm.
Wow.
That's it.
Mike, you're learning all the girly secrets, aren't you?
I had two sisters and my mom. I mean, I know all this stuff.
So as soon as they wear a ponytail, you're like, didn't wash the hair day?
Dirty ladies.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely.
My hair's, I'm on day 3, but I still went down.
The day 3, you're fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only redeeming quality I had today, Might as well show her off.
This mood that we're in, we got to lift your spirits. You are incredible.
Yep.
You are smart. You are, what is it? You are kind.
You is kind. You is smart. You is important. I am important.
See? This is the motherfucking Big Wigs podcast.
I felt very small wig this morning. Thank God I'm here because I know after this hour I will feel bigger as a bigger wig.
When you come on this show, if you're listening, the audience, just know that the aftermath of this, what we want to exude is big wig energy.
Yeah. No, I really do. I'm sorry. I came in. Let's start over. Hey, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm just having a day. I don't know. I was having a morning. I couldn't get up.
You're on West Coast time. And then on top of that, we talked about it, daylight savings.
I know. I had a 4-hour difference instead of a 3-hour difference, which honestly hits harder. You know what I mean?
It does.
Like, I didn't go to bed till like after 2 last night. And I was trying to catch up, watch The Bachelor.
Right.
Because I missed Monday. I fell asleep. My mom was here. We ate dinner at like 11 p.m. I was like, Anyway, I'm finally catching up on my life.
Good.
Yeah.
But you're back for the foreseeable future.
Sure.
On the East Coast.
I'm on the East Coast. Well, I'm going to LA on Friday, but other than that.
So no.
I'll be back.
Guys, I'll be back
Monday unless I go to Montana. There's a lot of plans are up in the air.
Oh my, Montana.
Yeah. But yes, I am in New York
Thank God.
for today.
Yes. Literally for today.
No, I'm in New York. The puppies are in New York. Jared's in New York.
Good.
We're in New York. I feel like I'm like starting a film, you know what I mean? Like, and here we all are around the fireplace, sitting in New York City.
Back in New York.
Yeah. It's nice. A lot of my clothes are here. I traveled with 6 suitcases back, which was kind of insane.
That is unbelievable. Did you guys have one of those carts?
Yeah, I had to get the cart. Yeah. Jared's like, get the cart. I think you could use like a quarter or something. A quarter? Have you seen in the airport? In 2024, I go up, it's $8 and they take Amex. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
He thought it was like the thing you put in at like BJ's.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was like, because he had all the stuff and he had the dogs and I was like running. I was like, I'll go get the cart. Right. And then he's like, yeah, it's probably a quarter. I go, like a quarter? And I thought, Do I not know about
What
this?
is this, the 1940s?
Yeah.
We need one quarter.
Is this like the secret of like, podcasting, listen to me, of like travel that like those carts are a quarter? And then I was like, it's $8. And it's actually different. It's $7 in New York, $8 in LA.
I'm sorry, for a cart.
Smart cart or whatever they fucking call them.
It's $8?
Yeah.
Let's talk, that's inflation if I've ever heard it.
I know.
$8. We're talking about a cart here. We're talking about a metal cart that you
goes in and out.
Yeah.
That you could honestly just leave at baggage claim after. I don't think like, I mean, I didn't because Jared like puts away carts even at a supermarket. He's really good.
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course.
He's like,
he gives
type
off
A.
that. Right. Put it back.
like, I don't know how he's been, I always say this on how he stayed with me. Like, I would just be like, put my groceries in the trunk and leave it because I'm a monster.
You don't even put it to the side.
No,
You're just
I would.
Yeah,
I'm joking, but there's other things. Yeah. I don't want everyone to hate me on this. You know what I mean? I want you guys to be my fans.
No, I get that. That's why you guys are a great balance. He's the one that puts the cart away. It's
He
like,
puts the cart away. I
away.
get in the car and I go, oh, was there more to do? I'm the actress. You know what I mean? I'm
Exactly.
so good at that.
exactly.
I am so good at that. Honestly, like I'm so good at being like, he told my mom though yesterday, this is bad. He's like, yeah, I mean, since we got back Friday night really late, Anna every morning when the puppies wake up, she's had a headache. Her stomach hurts. She can't open her eyes. Like I have an excuse every morning and sometimes I don't even know what the excuse is. And I'm like, oh, did I say that? And I'm like, why are you fucking telling my mom right now? Like
the truth always comes out. When they rat you out to your parents,
it's the worst.
it's like, come on now.
That's why my ex and I, they always ganged up on me together. They were like, she's the worst. We hate Anna. And I was like, why are any of you part of my life?
Let me tell you, it is kind of fun though, because I've been on both sides. Have you ever ratted out? You don't see them as much, Jared's parents.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that because I don't like that. I wouldn't, like, I hate that being like,
Right.
he sucks. Oh my God, Jared. I mean, I'd make fun of like his love of Star Wars, but they love it too. So I think they'd be like, well, fuck you. We fucking love Star Wars too. I'd be like,
Right.
what a fucking nerd, man. I mean, look at he likes all those Star Wars, anything Star Wars.
I like to poke fun at the person I'm dating. So I'm sure if Nick's parents are listening to this, but I'm sorry if I've ever made fun of Nick in front of you. It was really just like a camaraderie thing. I was like, do you guys see this or is this just me? And then I learned and I'm like, okay, I totally see because I've got faults too.
We
Talk
all
shit
do.
about me to my mom.
We
please.
all do.
Right.
But I don't like that. No, if he says anything like about me to my mom, it just gives my mom more power to be like, yeah, she is a fucking lazy girl. And then I'll be like, I don't like any of this. Guys, stop. And I even have told Jared, like, seriously, on the side, I'll be like, my ex, like, loved my siblings and they, like, all ganged up on me. Like, don't do that. Don't be that person. And when you are that person, I will not like you anymore.
Yeah.
And our
time is up.
I'm tough. I'm tough. And if you can't fucking handle it, bye-bye.
Get out of the kitchen.
Like, all these people are like, I'm dating. I'm like, life is nice when you're alone. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't so bad.
I will say the only time I really do say that is when I'm in a relationship. I'm like, God, I wish I was single. It's like, that's the one time. Meanwhile, Mike, how are we feeling?
What about being alone?
That's right.
Not stellar.
No,
She's like, hey, there's someone single here. Let's go find them.
All I'm saying the grass always seems greener. It really does. But then when you really think about it, you're like, well, now could I be alone though?
I couldn't be alone because I don't think I'd survive at this point in my life.
It gets harder as you get older.
It gets right.
It gets harder as you get older?
I think so, yeah.
I would think the opposite for me, at least, because I feel like I have my ways and like, when I go to bed and what I want to eat and what I want to watch. And like, I don't have anyone to like ruin that for me.
But that makes it harder to find somebody to be with if that's what you want because you're set in your ways.
Okay.
So what happens is when you're younger, you're a little more adaptable to people.
Yeah.
Where you can be like, oh, that's an interesting new thing I didn't think about, a new perspective. Maybe I'll blah, 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 blah.
Right.
When you're like 30 plus, almost 35 or whatever, you start like being appalled by people when they do little things. It's like ick to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
On little things.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
See, I'm 26 and I just understood your perspective. So thank you for sharing that.
I'm glad I can reach Gen Z.
Yeah. No, that does make sense, I guess, because you're like, why would I include this person in my life if I don't like anything they do?
Exactly. Yeah.
We are set in our ways. It's tough, which is why Nick and I have decided to live separately in different bedrooms.
That I will never get. Or Jared. He's like, I'd miss you too much. I want to hug you every night.
See? How sweet is that? No.
You're so funny. But do you have sleepover nights?
Not real. It's hard when you have a double bed in New York. Now, if you have a room that you can fit a king size bed, great.
Yeah.
But
so if you had a king size bed, you'd be like, fine, we can have one room.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I can sleep anywhere. He's a little bit of a light sleeper. So apparently I move, he wakes up. I get up earlier or I go to sleep late. You know what I mean? It's tough.
You figured it out.
Sleep in different rooms. We sound like we're 80 years old and we have
a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
My grandma used to have like 3 bedrooms and like 3 bathrooms. And I said, why do you need 3 bathrooms? After my grandfather died, which was when I was very young, I was like 9.
Right.
She still stayed in that apartment. And I was like, what the hell do you need 3 bathrooms for? She did different things in each bathroom.
Now that's called the life. She's like, this one's for my hair bathroom.
No, literally, yeah.
It's my shitting bathroom.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And one was just like, in the living room. So if you're in there, like you go there. No, they
Wow.
were all 3 full bathrooms.
Oh.
I know. Really weird. It was like an old person's like apartment complex, but
Old
it was
person's dream. That's my dream, actually.
to have 3 full bathrooms.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know
love
what
that.
I'd do. I just want one big bathroom. I don't need 3.
Gorgeous.
You know what I mean?
Gorgeous.
I just need Kim Kardashian's like airplane hangar of a bathroom.
See, we'll get into Luann because Luann DeLessep's just at her house tour, but I love seeing celebs' houses because it's such their style. And you may not have that same style, but when I look at them, I go, interesting. And I love just how expansive it is. And as I've been apartment hunting, I realized how little I can afford in New York.
It's so crazy.
Puts
I
you
know.
right in your place.
Give us the update. Joy's been looking for apartments all month. I just moved out of an apartment and you are trying to move into an apartment. So it's like I just passed the baton of shame. I'm like, good luck, girl. Go out there into the woods and you find yourself a little cottage for yourself.
Basically, a little outhouse.
Not a little one. You need 2 bedrooms.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of being in a relationship in New York. Jared and I moved in with each other like a year. We like 8 months in. I was like, well, I gotta move, and he's like, I okay. And I was like, a year, yeah, because then we could share our rent.
That's the best. And New York kind of expedites that process.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got to live.
And you know what? If it doesn't work out, you get a new fucking apartment. I think people are always like so scared of that. I'm like, so what? So you move. I don't know. I've moved so many times in my life. I'm like, whatever. It sucks for a week, a month, whatever.
It's because the moving process is the worst.
It is.
On planet Earth.
It is. So
it is.
How much longer do you have to look? Because
till April 1st. And in New York,
you're on good time. In New York timing, that's good. You're doing well.
These things happen so fast. But the amount of space we want and the amount of bathrooms and the expansiveness, we're out looking in the boondocks.
Yeah.
I'm out there. I'm like, Nick, we're not even in New York anymore. Is this Connecticut? That's how far we've been looking.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, this is what we can afford. And I'm like, well, I want more.
But I'm telling you, though, like, whenever I look at apartments in New York specifically, I only look by location and see what works for me. Right. Because I know myself, I could never live far because I'd never make it in New York.
That's what truly, you have to think about that in New York because I need at least 20 minutes to get ready. What if, you get an audition or something? You got to be there in like an hour or less.
Yeah. I've never had that happen.
It's a nice thought,
like,
right?
Are you getting auditions? And they're like, can you be here in 1 hour?
No.
I'm like, damn.
Right. It doesn't happen like that. But if there's
not
like a
since
comedy
the pandemic, now they're like, do you have a phone? Can you film yourself at home?
Self-tape yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. So no, that doesn't really happen. But I will say location is nice.
But you lived in Jersey and you kept saying, I want to be closer to the city.
Closer,
and now you are closer to the city.
Right. And now here I am finding myself looking out in the far corners of Brooklyn. I don't even I'm like, what line is this on? Am I now in Long Island? I don't know. The apartment hunting is fun, but I'm exhausted of going on tours. I just went on a tour this morning. These people didn't know we were coming. Pill bottles everywhere.
Oh, no.
Kitchen was a mess. The room didn't even have a cover on the mattress. I think the poor girl sleeps on the mattress. And listen, that's some people's choice.
So it was like busted. It was like a party.
It was a gorgeous apartment, but it's hard for men who Nick is a straight male. And I think it's hard for him to see the image, right? To see the vision.
Yeah.
He's like, Dre, that shit's all over the place. I go, if we were in here, maybe it wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can obviously like see this apartment without anything in it.
Right. But it's hard to envision that. And even me, it's hard to envision that. But I was like, it was a nice space, but the rooms were tiny, and you can't, they use fish lenses these days, so the room looks massive.
Oh, much bigger. Yeah.
It's such a fucking scam.
It's a scam.
So they make that look like a 900 square foot apartment, and it's like
they're good at that, and especially with AI now, they can make it look like a $50,000 apartment.
Yeah,
like they're like
the AI furniture, the way those blankets and comforters look so real.
Yeah,
it's all fake.
It's so crazy. We looked at 2 bedrooms only in Williamsburg because I was like, I don't want to leave this area, and we looked at a bunch in the pandemic when the prices were really, really low.
Right,
but none of them were real 2 bedrooms. They're all forced 2 bedrooms. They're all like they were 1 bedrooms. They put a wall in, so then the living room is like a negative space for a couch, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I'd rather a big 1 bedroom.
New York makes up these new words. A flex 1 bed is actually a 1 bed, true 1 bed that they make into 2 bedrooms. So they call it a flex 2 bed.
Right. And you share a wall. You share a fake wall. That's
you
like
share a piece of plywood is what you share.
Yeah.
I can hear everything they're doing. They can hear everything I'm doing.
I know.
It's a fake wall.
It's so crazy.
So obviously the apartment hunting, we've got another one today and another one on Friday. And then hopefully that's the only thing.
You're doing it though. Like I think a lot of people like don't like panic and they just look online. And then like the week before they need to move, they're like, yeah. Like I think you're on a good schedule. I think it'll work out. You'll find the place. It might not be the place of your dreams, but you'll find the place. And I always say to people like, nothing's permanent. This is a rental. Nothing's permanent.
Exactly.
Nothing permanent.
I would like it to be more permanent because then I don't have to move all my stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's the apartment. But I would like to stay in Brooklyn. I saw a place in Upper East Side that I loved, but it's a tough process.
It's strenuous. I can't wait till I can just buy something. And I'm like, wait, I could paint the walls because I own it. That would be nice.
Well, isn't that a nice thought?
One day.
It will be there for sure. It's a big move.
Yeah. I was going to say, I know we have to take a break in a second. I was going to say my mom came to town. That was my other catch up. I was going to say Lee Royce came to town.
Lee Royce.
We had fun. It was a quick night. She just came for the night. I think my mom knows when I'm having a really stressful month, she needs to save me and take me to a store to buy some clothes. That's
retail therapy, obviously.
Yeah. She's like, I can't afford anything this month because I was like, well, I need a new dresser and I need, a couple things. And she's like, how about like a jacket? I was like, all right, I'll take what I can get, bitch. No, it was great. And we had a really good dinner that I was trying to tell you. We went to Missy, which is so hard to get into right down here. Mike, you've been, right?
My old roommate was the executive chef there.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, so you had an inn.
Yeah, it was great. I went there. I took dates there all the time.
It's so good. Dates, I feel like it's a good date spot because there's the counter is like a lot more cash. So when you're on a date, you don't have to sit at a table and be like, this is our fancy, expensive meal. You could sit at the counter and it's like really nice.
Chill.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So good. But I was going to also say you guys would die. My mom's review of the new Penn Station, the woman had a fucking time there. My mom was like, this is the greatest place
she was living her life at Penn Station
I've ever been. She had sushi. I'm like, bitch, you're really taking risks. The new Moynihan Hall is nice. They have a great food court. Yeah. But we dropped her off early because she was like, I don't want to be rushing. And we couldn't find a parking spot. Yeah. It was like the middle of the day. And I was like, all right, then are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I'll be fine. And I was like, okay, check out the new food court. She wrote me like paragraphs about how great it was. She
glowing review.
She took a photo. It was a panorama, but it was just of a when it sends in a text, it's just of a guy's head. I go, who are you with? Like, who did you meet? She's like on a date at the bar. It's like literally a guy at a bar eating or drinking or something. And I'm like, what? Who is that? She goes, no, I was taking my panorama. I guess he happened to like drop it.
You know you're enjoying yourself when you start taking panorama shots
of Penn Station.
Yeah,
girl.
Lord.
The panorama, you get so excited. You're like, not only is a picture going to do, we got to do the whole wide shot.
It was so funny. I was like, Mom, so I started posting about it yesterday. I was like, no one's ever had
so much fun.
Such positive things to say about Penn Station. That's where I've cried for 15 years, like actually, every time.
Read the text that she sent because it was so satisfactory. She sounded like she was having the time of her life.
It was really funny. I was cracking up. I'm like in the car. She's literally like there's multiple photos. You don't understand.
Have you screen record this? I want to show.
First one, Moynihan Hall has a great food court. It's all here. And then she listed EAK Ramen, Jacob's Pickles, Pastrami Queen, Alidoro Sauce Pizzeria, Burger Joint, Yono Sushi, and a big open Irish bar in the middle that gets food from all of those places. I said, what'd you get? A sushi roll and a glass of vino. Nice. I said, I'm sorry. And she goes, and then she starts, look at this man. I go, who's the guy? Who the man?
Wow. The panorama shot. Show the camera. He's in front the center. And then zoom out to show like how
I'm like, what? Who's this guy? Who's the man? She goes, oh, sitting next to me, tried to take panoramic. I said, okay. She goes, great sushi roll. In my review, don't forget to add, there's a huge skylight. It's okay to be here during the day. It's very light.
I love this. I think it's great.
Small side note here. By the way, yeah.
I tagged them because I think Lee should honestly work for Moynihan Hall and become their new influencer. I thought I was like, wow, you are really selling people on the train station. Truly. I love how she mentions the skylight. By the way, the skylight. It's okay to be here during the day. Yeah. I'm like,
if it was dark, is it not?
You could get drunk here during the day because there's light. I'm like, what is she talking about?
I think my favorite is a panorama shot.
It's so good.
It's so good.
She's so bad at photos. She took a photo of me yesterday and I was just like, I'm like, what angle are you at? She's like up and down and sideways. I'm like, I can't with her anymore. With really technology.
She's an influencer.
She, in another lifetime, absolutely. Absolutely. I am her influencer, though. I'm her muse. On that note, I think we should take a quick break and come back.
Welcome back. It's time to talk a little bit about Oscar pros and cons, the snubs. Oscars.
I was going to sing a song, and I started singing the graduation song, like Pomp and Circumstance. Did you hear that? I was like, da, 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 da. That's not the Oscars song.
No, but they were playing everything. They were playing, we got a Ken Barbie performance.
Oh, yeah.
They were doing all of the jazz.
It was so good. I thought the Oscars was the best show of the year.
I really did like it. I thought the jokes hit. I thought everybody looked great.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, it was like a breath. It was like, oh, we can breathe. It's like he's a host who does this. He's awesome at his job.
Yeah.
I felt like I loved all the previous winners of each category presenting.
Okay, I was gonna say, am I crazy? They haven't done that before, right?
I don't know if maybe they have, but I don't know if they have recently. It was so nice. They spoke so highly of everyone, and they
loved that.
Everyone got their moment, even if they weren't gonna win. It was like all this famous person said really nice things about you, made you feel special. I loved that. I thought it was really sweet.
I like to see celebs that are just like us. Like I like to see celebs on the level where you can see their relationships, their friendships when they talk highly, because it's very competitive. So it's nice to see that camaraderie.
It was really nice
with the stars.
I loved the Ken performance. I thought Ryan Gosling was hilarious. Born to do it.
And I love how he brings his family, because Eva Mendes doesn't really come to carpet before.
Yeah, they don't do red carpets together.
Which is, I don't really get how that keeps their life private.
Maybe they'd light it on fire. It would just be too hot. Too hot to handle. They're like, you realize if the two of us showed up together, we'd take it down.
It would make no sense.
It's almost like kind to everyone else. It's like, don't worry, he's hot, but he's not going to bring his extra hot wife.
True. We can't have too much hotness on the carpet.
No, it was cute. The families were cute. Bradley Cooper's mom, obviously a star.
Yeah.
She needs to be in one of his movies. Why hasn't
she? Too.
Yeah. Was she in Silver Linings Playbook? I feel like maybe she had a cameo, because that would be the movie to be in, the Philly one.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That would be. I love when they do the family cameos. It's so good.
Yeah.
What was one of the favorite top speeches, and what were you happy that they won?
It was interesting. I loved Emma Stone's speech because I think she was probably just as shocked as us. I knew she had a really good shot.
Yeah.
But I really thought, based on all the awards show, I'm psycho. I watch every award show.
Yeah.
And we Jared and I study it. This is literally my favorite thing in the world. Can you believe I was going to say my age. Can you believe I haven't gone yet to an award show? Because I can't. I can't. I have to go next year. Next year's my year.
It is.
But I thought Lily Gladstone was going to win for Killers of a Flower Moon. I just was like, I think, she's had such a awesome season. Mm-hmm. Emma Stone was awesome in Poor Things, though. So, but she had won before. So I thought the Academy was like, let's spread the love. She's already got, let's give it to Lily Gladstone. And then they called Emma Stone. And she probably freaked out and she broke her dress.
She did freak out. It was such an Emma Stone speech too. It was so like flustered and I mean, my dress is broken and da, 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 da.
And I get anxiety if you can't tell from this, you know.
Right.
It was so, I loved it. That was probably one of my favorite speeches. I love Da'Vine. I thought I knew she was going to win. She swept every award show. I loved her speech. I just think she really like speaks like her. Like she doesn't put on a show or anything. Yeah. She's very much like, I'm a real person. Like I didn't think this was going to happen for me. And I think she said something like, I was always trying to be different, but now I've learned like just be myself and then you'll be successful. And it's so hard to remember that because you're always trying to, you know, that trickles down to like, you know, I want to be this person for a job. I want to be this person for a partner. I want to be this person for, you know, my family. Like you're always transforming yourself to be who you think they want you to be. And if you're just yourself, like maybe you can actually ride that wave.
It is hard to know who your true self is because as an actress, you're always performing as a different role. Yeah. You know, so it's hard, especially when we do impressions. I'm always like, well, who's the real me? Yeah. I mean, I get lost in that.
Yeah. I think you find it as you get older because you're like, I give less shits about pleasing other people. Yeah. But I do think it's something that you really have to work at, like to just be comfortable with yourself and not, you know, which is so funny to say because I'm like, but I want to get my hair highlighted and I want to get my lips filled and I want to become a Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like there's things on the list.
That's the outer, but the inner, that's where the real stuff
Change
is.
everything on the outer.
I mean, just completely change everything. We went to.
I was like, is that her, Joan?
A podcast. It is. It's a podcast last night. Shout out our friend Doug.
Yes, we did the North Coast podcast, which I don't know when the episode's coming out, but you'll go listen to it. And
Anna gave a 10-star performance of Joan Rivers.
I thought you were going to say 10 minutes. I was like, it did go too long, didn't it?
No, it was 10 stars. No, I wasn't going to say. Anna, we all of us. You had one of the co-hosts crying, laughing.
That's wow. Honestly, that's really impressive because I didn't even have a wig on, and I never like doing my voices without my wigs.
I know. We were mentioning that. Yeah, you got to have all the props, but no, it was so good that you made them cry, laugh.
I got really into Joan this week because Joan does the Oscars, so. And but it's funny when I pick the looks to like roast. I'm like, well, I'm picking the looks that I hate. You know what I mean? That I think are like pretty bad. So, it's true to Anna too. Maybe I am her, just like reincarnated. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Actually, you couldn't reincarnate it because I've been alive with her.
And the same,
yeah. Isn't that how that works?
True, but her spirit could. You never right know. into yours.
Hopefully her bank account comes right into me too. You know what I mean? Like I really could use the Joan bank account, the spirit and the money.
Truly. I mean, that's the God's honest.
Did you have any favorite looks of the night?
Oh my God, so many. Margot Robbie's.
Her Versace like blacks.
The gold. Mugler
or whatever. Yeah,
I always want to make it French. Mugler.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was like a bustier, like onesie. It was so fucking cool. I loved it.
Cape. Mm-hmm. Yes, I loved the Wicked ensembles.
Really? I hated them.
Well, no, one looked like fallopian tubes, but I just liked that they are playing along with the theme.
They are the Barbie tour
to a dead horse.
If the Barbie tour taught us anything, it is some movies are gonna pick up this theme and just ride with it. And they are. You can tell they are. They've only been wearing pink and green since they were cast, I think.
Exactly. Oprah was living in purple.
I didn't see Oprah.
I didn't see Oprah, but I'm saying she was following the color purple theme.
As you said that, though, I was like, oh my God, I didn't see Oprah. It's interesting because there were stars who weren't nominated for the Oscar, and you've seen them all award season, and then it's like they don't even go to the Oscars because, like, why go if you're not nominated? But also, like, I don't know, because your film was celebrated. Like, did The Color Purple have any Oscar nominations?
Supporting actress.
Oh, duh. Yeah, Danielle Brooks. Oh, my God, I'm so stupid.
No, that was a really good.
Yeah, so I would think if you're in the film, like, go and at least support her because she's a part of the film. I don't know. I didn't think she was going to win, but I thought she was fucking awesome in that role.
Oh, my God, incredible.
Her story, I'm going to say something. Like, she was nominated 10 years ago in 2015 for The Color Purple on Broadway. And then, can you imagine, like, playing that role, getting the Tony nomination. Maybe she won the Tony. And then 10 years later, they're like, hey, we're doing the film version. You fucking nailed it on Broadway. Why don't you come be in the movie? And then you get an Oscar nomination with that role. Like, that is an actor's dream, to be able to play it from stage to screen and like get recognition like that.
I think I would resign and move to Italy at that point.
Wow.
I would think I made it, sweetie. And then I would just ride off into the beautiful sunset and call it a day.
So funny. No,
that's an accomplishment.
It was very cool. Although I will say one thing, because she always, in all her interviews, I love her so much and I think she's funny. And I know it is relative to her life, but she's always like, we fucking came up through the trenches of Juilliard. And I'm thinking, that doesn't sound so terrible. She's like, we did it. Like, we were nobodies, you know, we were just like Juilliard students. And I'm thinking,
like, honey, you made it to Juilliard.
Back then, yeah, I couldn't have gotten, I didn't get into Juilliard. I didn't even audition, but like, you know, I'm just saying, like, there are a lot of actors who are like, she went to Juilliard. Yeah, like, she should be nominated for an Oscar.
You're fine. Right. I mean, like, what did she think about the rest of us? It took like drama 101 and freaking the Village. Like, please.
I love it.
That's the struggle.
Wait, you know whose looks? I wanted to look at the looks. I wanted to ask you, did you like America Ferrera's look? Because she wore the pink.
She wore the pink. I thought she looked absolutely phenomenal. The waist was snatched. And she, of course, has the bob that we all love.
The bob. There were a lot of bobs.
A lot of bobs.
Carey Mulligan's bob, I thought, she looked unreal, Carey Mulligan.
Carey Mulligan doesn't age.
She just she was a full statue in that dress. Yeah. It was amazing. I liked Emma Stone's dress, but I thought oops, Louis Vuitton broke.
I mean, how can you even, it was kind of just, well, it's Louis Vuitton. Even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
You know?
My favorite line of Louis.
I guess that was a line of Louis.
Well, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes. She goes, you stomped down the stairs in your Herman Munster shoes. She goes, they were Louis Vuitton. Well, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
I die.
It's the best.
I love Zendaya's outfit.
Okay, can we just talk? She is not of this earth.
No, I think she's an alien. I think people who look that good at every appearance they make, they have to be aliens, right?
They have to be. She even looked good as a crackhead. I'm saying it. Nobody, if you know you're from a different planet, when you even look good when you're supposed to be looking bad, okay? Euphoria as a crackhead, and Zendaya still is absolutely stunning and otherworldly. She is.
She looks great.
I have yet to watch
Pugh, I thought looked cool. What do you think of the raised Schiaparelli sleeves?
I heard a lot of cons about it, but I actually thought it was cool.
I like it. Yeah, I have no issue. Emily Blunt and Florence Pugh look cool.
I just spit. That's how excited I am about Emily Blunt. The woman is Benjamin Buttoner.
Benjamin Buttoning? Drake I don't know what you just did.
There's a glitch in the Matrix. She's Benjamin Buttoning, you guys.
She is.
She looks younger than she was in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Like, she's stunning.
She looks so good. I think the more successful you get, the richer you get, the prettier you get. You get fucking.
So you're saying it's money?
Tighter and beautiful.
Yeah,
it is, right? I even look better than I did in my 10 years ago in my 20s.
I see what you mean. We kind of figure ourselves out. You know, it takes a little bit.
It takes a little bit, and then you figure out what you need to improve on and what you want to keep up with. You know,
right.
And I also think, if you don't have kids,
it's the Housewives effect. The longer that you've been on Housewives, the more snatched you get.
Yeah,
the more money
the hotter you get. You know, I was looking
at more hair extensions. You get tighter.
Yeah, you look hotter. You
do.
I did not like Sandra Huller's Schiaparelli outfit. Honestly, I thought it was a little too bat-like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, the wings are flying out the door.
But I did love her movie. I watched Anatomy of a Fall on the plane from LA to New York, and it was so good. Did you see it?
Is it incredible?
It's really good. Wait, she's amazing, and the dog is amazing.
Okay, so the dog, was that the real dog?
Yeah, Messy the dog.
You're lying.
No, it's the dog.
That was fantastic.
I love when a dog is in the award season.
Give me any other thing that's not a human. Yeah.
That dog was so good, because I was like, how did the dog plays sick in a scene, and I'm like, wow. How does that dog is a better actor than humans. You know what I mean? The fact that
that dog stole my role, to be honest.
How did he do that? I was like, unless actually it was,
incredible.
AI, I don't know. They're like, he actually didn't Anna.
Nowadays.
Who the fuck knows?
They have the little hands. Anyways, I loved that whole.
That was a funny bit
of the show.
I thought the outfits, like, there weren't really bad outfits. I thought the Wicked ones were bad. The Wicked ones. I thought Ariana and Cynthia, it was like too costumey for me.
Right.
They're both beautiful, but their outfits were not it. And then I thought The Rock looked terrible.
The Rock, sheet metal.
It was like not steamed, shiny, pajama-y.
It's like those satin sheets you get off of Amazon and you're like, these are going to be nice.
Yeah.
Turns out, not that nice.
Oh, yeah, this is horrific.
It was such a weird outfit.
And you guys know my love for The Rock.
We love The Rock.
We love The Rock.
Who's styling The Rock? Or was he just like, I got it this time, you guys?
Yes.
This looks really bad. You know what kind of sucks? Like 2001 seems to be back.
It is
back,
and
yeah.
That is one of the worst style times to me ever, especially for men.
Right.
It's all like suits like this.
Shiny.
They're awful. Yeah, shiny. Just so bad.
Yeah, those pants they could have snaps. He could have like ripped them
Yeah.
off. That's how shiny they were.
Ugh.
8th grade basketball coach.
Did you have any surprises or upsets for you in the Oscars? Anything?
I was surprised that Emma Stone won over Lily, but I loved Emma Stone's speech, and I think she gave a great nod to all of them. I could not have done what she had done. When you have to give a speech and you have to pay respects to all the other actors in your category, she did it with such grace. I loved it.
That was
kind of my only surprise, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Leo, but that's a classic that Leo never gets any respect from the Academy.
It's so weird. I mean,
I don't get it.
I don't either. He's so good in that movie
He's
too.
so good.
I will say I was sad because you guys don't even know that my Oscar parties. Like I had major
heard about
Oscars parties, and I have people texting me. They were like, "Are you going to do your party?" And I was like, "No, I can't this week." I just like I physically couldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And also, I didn't have the space. Even my mom was like, "Are you gonna have an Oscars party?" And I was like, "No." We used to do it in our screening room, and we'd do a big pool. Someone would win like $250 or whatever, because I'd make it like I don't know, like a $10 pool, and I'd have like 25 people. Did I just do that math real fast?
I mean,
okay.
Please, Einstein over here.
I used to do it in my studio on 22nd Street though, and it's my 8-year anniversary of hacking my thumb off, which is that was my big Oscars.
Yes.
That was my big Oscars injury. I just thought I'd share that with the
one
class.
of the great Oscar moments of all time.
Yeah, Chris Rock was doing his speech, and I was like, "Oh my God, are we out of avocado toasts?" I made baby avocado toast, and they were like, "Yeah, they were so good." And I was like, "I got it." And then I went and tried to, Food Network my way into stardom, and I didn't even like try to. I just went to go hack the pit. I didn't even hit the avocado. I just hit my thumb.
Ugh.
It was like 8.
It was like 8:10. You know what I mean? It was like the show had just started, and I was bleeding everywhere. And then I had to go to the emergency room, miss the whole show. I went with 3 of my friends. I did change out of my gown. Don't worry, I didn't go to the emergency room. But
I would have loved that actually.
It's such a memory, and it was like what's so funny about it is I was like I couldn't do anything with my. I went through all the nerves. I was like wrapped up for months.
Of course.
And I met Jared in May. So this happened in February, and I met Jared in May, and I was still in thumb therapy. I had like hand therapy.
Oh my God, I remember.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, it's 8 years since my thumb. He's like, thank God we weren't together. Like, I probably wouldn't have dated you if like you were still like, can you open my mail for me?
In thumb therapy.
Can you button my pants after I pee? I wore dresses and high socks for months because I couldn't do buttons or like tights.
Oh my God. You forget how important your thumbs are.
You really do.
You're like, wait a minute.
Couldn't blow dry my hair. I was a mess for myself. Poor Bobby Flay. I don't even know if I walked him for months,
Jeez. I'm calling CPS on your ass.
Go for it.
Okay, so you're going to do Oscars party next year because we have to have that.
I will. I will have a place to do my Oscars party. Absolutely. If not in my apartment, I'm gonna do it at a space. I'll do it at like a bar or something, and I'll host it.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Amazing.
It's gonna be great. I have a question for you. Has anyone realized where Kate Middleton is? Because the story just keeps on growing and blowing. I mean, like, what?
For me, I'm actually speechless at how nobody's spoken out against it. And I'm talking about her, or they haven't made, the royal family hasn't just made a comment, like a public, where is their PR team?
Well, they've been saying, like, we're sorry. They've apologized for, like, changing the photos, or was she apologizing for that?
She was apologizing. Sometimes I dabble in Photoshop with my photos.
A lot of people have been saying, like, the queen really kept that shit together. And since she passed away, like, all the team, like, they're probably running around rogue.
Scrambling.
I don't know. Something's different, you know?
think the queen had that much wherewithal to be controlling the social media channels?
No, not the social media channels, but
the family whereabouts.
I don't know. Yeah. That's like, because honestly, shit has gone like awry since she's left us. I don't know.
Abdominal surgery. Is that a tummy tuck, or is that you had something in your stomach, maybe a cyst, and they're removing it?
Yeah, I think it's something medical.
Under
I don't think
umbrella
if it was a tummy tuck, she would have been out in a week. You know what I mean? And would have been like recovering, but like, I don't know. Yeah, it's something. I wonder, like, I worry, you know, is it something more serious and they're like
covering it up,
literally not able to like talk about it yet because they don't know the prognosis or they don't have a, you know, or is it just like she doesn't want to deal with it, you know, and that should be okay. But it's hard because she's the most public figure in the whole fucking world. So it's...
I even had trouble finding her actual Instagram, and then I realized it's a conjoined Instagram with her and the king. He's not the king. He's the prince.
Princess of Wales, right?
That's their conjoined account. I was so confused.
It's weird. And I wonder, you know, and the kids are too young to like, you know, mess up at school and be like, here's my mom, like whatever.
Oh, right, I know. Leave it to the Kardashians, though. North would have blown that shit out of the water. Like, my mom obviously is sick, and here she is in the bed looking like a rat. Like, she would call out her mom so hard.
She'd be like, want to hear a song about my mom?
Elementary school dropout. My mom's sick. Oh my God, Anna, we were trying to rap last night. It was impossible.
I literally was like, I hope I don't have to do this. And he kept looking at me and I was like, I'm not going to do this. Like, this is my nightmare.
Giving the beat over to you. This is also on the North Coast podcast. It's going to come out. And we were really trying so hard to freestyle rap. Let's be honest. It's not one of our top talents.
I was sweating because I don't like that.
Yes. Thinking of freestyling, it actually is such a cool talent. And let me tell you.
You know how you get to know yourself as you get older? I've learned I don't want to become a rapper. Freestyle rap. If you wrote me a rap, I could spit it all out, but I can't come up with those rhymes on the spot.
Rap-a-tat-tat, your ass is flat. Like, my level of rhyming is one syllable words.
I was just like, I want to go home. Help.
Wrap this up in a cup. I mean, we are one syllable rhymers.
It's a huge day it's a huge week for a lot of people, not Dre. The Love is Blind reunion is happening tonight.
God.
I literally,
I'm over these people.
Do you know it's over tonight. So do you know how many times I have, unless it's a really juicy reunion, they'll be like, they'll do like a second one, you know, in like 6 months where Nick and Vanessa will be like, we're back with more
juice.
But the Love is Blind reunion, I have Googled when it drops so many times this week.
Is it, so they're dropping it at night? It's not just today.
It's not live. Remember when I went to the like live one?
Oh my gosh.
It's not live. It's already shot weeks ago.
They decided not to do that again.
That was a failure. I think Netflix was like, let's hold off on those live things.
Yeah.
It drops at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
I'm glad they're dropping it like, you know, for everyone. So everyone can watch it. I don't know how juicy it's going to be. I don't think any of them are like even together. Maybe one couple.
Here's the juicy thing is that all these couples, fake couples, are now doing little teasers on their TikTok accounts, making us believe that they're together. Yeah. But obviously you're not buying it.
I don't know. No, I'm definitely not buying the one that like came out yesterday where they like were in a room together.
And they're throwing the key. I can't with these.
It's so funny because you know TikToks. That they're probably not allowed to say anything about the show. Like there's probably like such specific rules. Like you can't talk about the show or give spoilers, but like, so they're okay,
make a TikTok lip sync.
Right. A lip sync of someone else's sound and just like, you know, tease nothing. What? We're not talking about anything about Love is Blind. We're just two people in a video together.
Right.
It's so funny. I love that the world is literally like, are they together and where is Kate Middleton? Like that is where we're at these days. I don't know any other real news going on.
As I've said before, we have nothing more to live for. I mean, we are just entertained by the simplest of things.
I also want to say, we're recording this. I'm going to say this on a Wednesday.
Right.
Kate Middleton, the news could change by tomorrow when this comes out. So
we probably missed a new lead. She probably put out another photo.
Who knows? And also the Love is Blind reunion will already have been out. So I have nothing to say about it other than, you know, I'll catch you up next week.
Follow her at Anna Roisman on Instagram and like follow, because she's going to have reactions.
Thanks, Trey. She's plugging my IG.
Listen, the more followers, the better. Rising tides lift all ships.
I think we should start making lists from the TV shows of who is a bigwig. Like, who's a bigwig from each show.
Okay, the bigwig list.
I like that.
I think like we should do a roundup of who's a Bigwig Housewives edition, Bigwig Love is Blind edition, Bigwig Bachelor edition.
Ooh, okay. And it won't be big. Yeah, we'll have to define exactly what we think a bigwig is. Yeah, we don't want to like it to be selective and mean girly.
Not mean girly. Yeah. I just think you've made the list of the elite. You know what I mean? Like it could be the villain or it could be the nice person. I think it's just like a vibe. You'll know it. Like Luann is a bigwig. You could even list them right now. Sonia's a bigwig.
Oh yeah, but then it gets confusing. Is it bigwig or
Teresa?
OG?
Yeah,
because Teresa loves to call her OG because, like, you know, the originals, they like to call themselves like the bigwigs,
the OGs. Yeah.
Oh my, it's different.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. We'll have to come up with a criteria, but I feel like there are people who I'm like, they're a bigwig, they're not. Like on Love is Blind, at least I'm like, well, it's very obvious on that show.
The ones that they like really follow.
Who is and who isn't.
I wanted to talk briefly about another person that loves to do lip sync on TikToks. Yeah. Is Kristen Cavallari's new boyfriend.
Oh, is he a lip syncer? What's his name?
Mark Estes. Yes. He's a part of the Montana Boys.
Yes.
Which is a TikTok boy group. Men group.
Yeah.
Boy group.
Do you think, like, how did they meet again?
Okay, so she just released on her podcast, Let's Be Honest podcast, that he basically slid into her DMs.
Easy
peasy, you guys.
I've done that. It didn't
Slide into the DMs. Slide into the DMs.
She explained on her podcast, I just watched this yesterday, and she was like, I was just scrolling on my TikTok and I came up on these Montana boys. And I was like, who are they? They're so cute. And then I just go about my life. And then all of a sudden, one of them DM'd her.
She must have liked the video. So they
liked the video.
They knew it was her.
And they're Southern. She lives in Nashville. So there's that vibe they're connecting on. She says that later on, one of the Montana boys DM'd her and said, I love you. And that was it. And she was like, oh my God, they DM'd me. What's up? And then I think she was out getting drinks with Justin Anderson.
Her first DM.
Her first DM ever. She's like, oh my God, they love me. And she decided to text them or message them back and wanted to get them on the podcast. And then her podcast producer told her that, oh my gosh, I just found out they're moving to Nashville. She was like, oh my God, this is the biggest thing. And so she goes, who am I talking to right now when she's DMing? And it was the Mark guy. And she's like, good, you're my favorite.
Oh.
That's what she said. So guys, if you want to slide into somebody's DMs,
go for it.
It freaking works.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever slid into a celebrity's DMs?
I actually slid into somebody's DMs, but to be friends.
Okay.
Which I think we can do all the time. But you know what? When I was single, I didn't really utilize my blue check. And I only say that because your blue check,
you get put up top.
To the top. And so I didn't even realize that when I was in that stage when I could have hit on people. But again, I love meeting guys at a bar. I love meeting guys in public and I love to go up to them first. So I like that power.
Even though you met Nick online, not in the DM, in the DMs.
Yeah.
Kind of in the DMs.
Kind of in the DMs. It was in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Hot.
Well, everybody kept sending his video to me, his Sebastian Maniscalco video. And I was like, cool, this guy does it too. You know? Like, what do you want me to do with this information? And then once we met, then I was like, okay, I actually love his personality. It's good.
He's got a great personality.
He's good.
If a guy came up to me at a bar, I would run away. And I am like so.
We were at a bar. Meanwhile, Jared's like standing right next to us, but a guy he was very drunk. So obviously that's not a favorable.
Yeah, no. But I just was never good at that. Like I would just be like, what are you trying to do? I don't know why.
What are you trying to do?
I could fuck with the DMs though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you like a little private love triangle-ish.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Like you don't know what his deal is. Yeah.
I feel like I probably
You'd be great in Love is Blind.
I think I did. Yeah, I would be good in Love is Blind. No, I wouldn't because I need to see the person. But I think I did DM people when I was single. Like I feel like maybe not DM is the word. I think it was like Facebook message or whatever we were doing. Like Facebook message was also a place to flirt, right?
Absolutely.
Well, when you give a little poke.
Oh, Mike said
the poke.
Absolutely.
The poke was such a big thing.
Poke.
Remember poke?
But the poke is kind of creepy.
Oh.
You could hit somebody in the Facebook Messenger DMs though, and you do,
It feels like now it feels professional in a weird way. You're like, oh, is this like a professional? I don't know. DMs on Instagram or TikTok DMs, I mean, all I get are those men, who are like, hey, honey, do you need $15,000? Send some photos and I can make that work this week. And I consider it every day.
I want to all give them a lesson that they got to change up the message because we're all getting the same exact message, the same exact amount of money. Hey, sweetheart, I want to give you $5,000 allowance every week to pay off your bills. Honey, give me a different amount because now you just look like the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's all
5 or 7 usually.
5 or 7.
Yeah. And they're all like, I don't know. Honestly, I've written back to some of them just to see how far we can take this. They're all like robots.
They're all robots. What I'm wondering is, why wouldn't they just give a little bit of a different...
I think I should just drop my Venmo. I don't like my Venmo's private because I had issues once. But I'm like, should I just drop my Venmo to some of them and be like, yeah, let's see. Give me a down payment.
Let's see what it is. No, what they ask for is your PayPal. And then they ask you, they're like, my PayPal has issues. Send me $200 and I'll send you back $5,200.
She's responded too. Oh, shit.
Someone's gotten got.
Let me tell you. Well, no, I was trying to sell something on Facebook Marketplace and they asked for the PayPal information and they tried to scam me.
No.
And that's what they asked for. They said $200 up front. I go, why am I? Wait a minute.
I'm selling you something.
You're supposed to pay me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, God.
The scammers are scamming.
Yeah, we had a lot of scammers in LA, like trying to sell shit in LA. It was just like, why? Why are you trying to do this?
We're using Facebook Marketplace to scam, please.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually. I feel like Facebook Marketplace is like the place to sell.
Thank you. Yeah, or Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist. Oh my God, I miss.
Little sketch. The way I need a job, though, I've actually given a gander at Craigslist.
How is it? Anything good?
They want me to hang up a picture for $25. That's the type of the jobs on there.
I'm gonna go with no. You don't need to.
Am I about to task rabbit myself? Listen, let me collect my thoughts here. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
And we're back. We're going to give you a Chris and Court on their own this week. We're not going to give you them on this episode, so you're going to have to listen to them on another episode. But it's fun because we asked a bunch of questions from our listeners. So if you're like, I love your Chris and Court, send us some questions. Like DM us. We check our DMs, okay?
We
clearly check our DMs. We're waiting for those DMs. And send us some questions that you have for them that you want them to address. Any topics to address, I think.
The questions you guys have been submitting are so funny. So we need a whole other bonus episode for it.
Yeah, we were like, let's just make it its own. It's so funny. But breaking news, Hoda Kotb, a.k.a. my dream woman. I love Hoda so much.
A.k.a. woman of the people.
She's the best. I really just like, I can't wait to work with her. She's on my vision board. And so that means it has to happen. She said her dream first date is at a Chili's.
She's just a down-ass bitch, She gets it.
I think because she's probably wined and dined for business and work her whole life. Hoda's not going to Chili's after they wrap the Today Show for lunch, I mean, maybe once in a while, but...
Definitely not the Chili's at Times Square.
No.
Please. It's a tourist trap.
That's not even like Chili's, It's so much more authentic in like the suburbs, I feel like, than like...
gosh.
Same with like Applebee's. Like...
Applebee's.
Don't ever go to those chains in Times Square to like try it for your first time because they're like, that's like going to like a restaurant that has an airport location. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like never going to be as good.
It's too commercialized.
Like there's the Palm at JFK. I'm like, don't go there for your first experience at the Palm.
You can have such a better experience at an actual location. Yeah.
So funny.
So true.
So she said Chili's was her dream first date. I hope a man is DMing her right now and saying, oh, babe, I want to take you to Chili's.
Babe, let's hit up Chili's soon. But what about Chili's? Does
Chili's have a bloomin' onion? Because she mentioned the onion, which I was like,
it's Outback.
Outback? Maybe she was just listing all of her favorite chains, but she said something, or she confused the two. I don't know. But she said something in the article, I think it's casual, it's chill.
That is interesting. She says, I like Cracker Barrel, Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, Red Lobster, and Outback.
There we go.
Do not diss any of those. Chili's.
There we go.
She loves a bloomin' onion.
Yeah, she mentioned the bloomin' onion. I know. I was like, I did read that. Her heart, turns out the key to Hoda Kotb's heart is a bloomin' onion. Well, maybe she confused them because I think she wanted to go to she wants to date at Outback.
I love how they made this headline, but she mentioned all of those chain restaurants. So it's like, which one is it, Hoda? But apparently, she's already planning a third date with mystery man introduced to her by Jenna Bush Hager.
Ooh, Ooh.
I love when friends set up friends and it actually works out.
I love that.
Live for it.
I think also Jenna knows her better than everyone. They get along so well.
So
They're so cute
true.
together. So if Jenna had someone for Hoda, I believe it would be a good fit.
Dare I say, man of her dreams.
Man of her dreams, you think?
I would love that. Imagine the wedding. It'd be so fun. Jenna's like, I set it up. She would give a speech.
Hoda's daughters could be cute little flower girls.
Oh my God. I would live for that.
I would live for that too. We need to go. Big Wigs needs to get on with Jenna and Hoda. I think that we'd vibe real well.
We have 1 degree of connection.
Michelle,
our girl Michelle.
We'll just hold Michelle's, skirt next.
Literally. Did I not? Yeah.
And be like, hey, we're here. We wanted to meet you. Who do you think you are more of, a Hoda or a Jenna?
It's tough. I think I am Hoda because Jenna's more of the realist and she's more of like the fact giver. Like whenever they do those like hacks, Jenna's always like, this is a dumb hack. I'm not doing it. And then Hoda's over there just like hysterically laughing. That's so me. I would just be like, you're so right.
Do you think I'm more of a Jenna?
I feel like you give like good facts. You're more of a realist.
Gives the facts.
Yeah. But I feel we have a little bit of both in us.
Yeah. I think we're hybrids.
Hoda or Kathy.
Oh, I'm easily a Hoda. In that sense, I'm a Hoda. I think I'm not a Kathy.
Right.
But like, I love her.
I loved the two of them together.
I know.
Or is Hoda just somebody that is very good with everybody? She's a team player.
She does. I think she like makes you feel like you're really like, she's not like, she doesn't act like, I'm above anybody, even though she's held that desk down forever.
Yeah.
Like she welcomes everyone on. And I think that's why she's good at interviews. She welcomes her guests on so like nicely. You know what I mean?
I love that.
She's not touching them like Drew, but she's
trying to do a pap smear. Drew is like, oh my God, who was her most recent guest that we were like, Drew.
Too close. She was up Sterling K. Brown's like glasses. Like she was literally like crawling under his glasses. And I was like, is he okay? He seemed down. He seemed like a guy who's been to a sleepover party, and he was like, I am into it.
He's down to clown. My favorite is when she's doing Indian style, not even looking at any of the cameras. She's just fully facing them. I do love her as an interviewer though, because it's giving Oprah. You know how Oprah she would start crying. She like felt the interview.
I know.
And that's the same with Drew. But Drew is also very touchy. So not only is she emotionally into the conversation, she is picking her nose while doing it.
She's doing all of it, but she is giving you her undivided attention.
Oh, there's not another person in the room.
No one else is there. And that's like, what I love.
I just love you. And everything. Oh my God. So who was she interviewing that also has a kid? And she was just like, isn't it amazing being a mom and just... Oh, Lindsay Lohan, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
two icons. Honestly.
Just a round of applause for Lindsay.
Lindsay's having a great year.
Oh my God.
She looks great. She's doing great work.
Yes.
She's just in the limelight right now again. It's really nice.
The resurgence, somebody called it a Lohannaissance. Lohannaissance.
The Lohannaissance.
The Lohannaissance.
I'm here for the Lohannaissance.
Lohannaissance.
That sounds fancy.
I want to be in the Lohannaissance.
Oh my God. I have to send you my Lindsay Lohan video I did on YouTube 10, 12 years ago.
Please send it to me.
It's very specific though. It's Lindsay Lohan as playing Elizabeth Taylor for the Lifetime movie of Liz and Dick.
Okay, amazing.
Thank
you.
So
it's niche. Yeah. It's a part of her playing a character.
And I had strep throat, so I sounded just like her.
If you don't have COVID, get strep, and then you can do those raspy tones.
Isn't that so? That's so crazy. Like as an impressionist, if I get sick, I'm like, honestly, I think I should use this. If I pop a couple more Tylenol today and get that fever down, I can maybe film a little comedy video. You know what I'm saying?
Then you're extra loopy on that little NyQuil. Yo, that little lean purple juice.
I had to do a self-tape this past year, and I had COVID, and I remember putting so much makeup on. I don't even look like a human. And I was like, should I tell them I have COVID in my like slate? Like, hi, my name is Anna Roisman. I'm 5 foot. And by the way, I have COVID. Don't catch it. And no, it was like there's videos of me in the bathroom after I did this self-tape, and I'm literally just like, they don't know I have the plague. I'm dying. And I like collapsed to the ground. It was like for a period piece too. I had like the eyeliner from the 60s. I looked psychotic.
Doing your makeup high or drunk. What are we doing? Because I'll be in the bathroom just like, oh yeah, that looks good. I'm going to put a strong eye. I'm going to do a bold lip. You walk out there looking like a little drag queen.
A clown.
You're about to Vogue out the door.
Same with medicines and COVID, I guess.
Same with that. It's actually crazy.
My last Luann video that I did, remember, I was like, I think I had COVID. It was in August, and I was like, I guess now's the time to really go hard on Luann.
You were in the mirror. You're in Jared's. I can hear Jared go, actually, try that one again. Money can buy you. Wait, I'm not low enough.
Money can't buy you class. How did you like my apartment? Can we just talk real quick? We're going to end this episode with the Luann apartment tour.
Real quick on the Luann apartment tour.
Oh my God. I thought it looked like an elementary school library. I was like, what are these pink chairs with this white wall with the books like at like eye level of a 4-foot person? I was like, what?
It seemed as though this was just kind of her bachelorette pad because there was a lot of hodgepodge pieces. Like, it didn't seem like she had lived there that long.
It also seemed like they were like, hey, we'd love to do an apartment tour. And she's like, oh, I'm not really home today,
but I'll just razzle dazzle up a couple of decorations.
Or if she was like, I know someone who lives on like 78th Street. Like, just meet me there. They'll let us in. They have a 4-year-old, but don't worry.
I love her daughter's artwork. It was this woman over the couch, I think, in the big living room.
Oh, yeah.
Those unique pieces were great because they obviously were like special to her. But it's like she literally like came and just hung them up on the wall and was like, I live here now.
It didn't seem real.
I was like, oh,
I'm busy. I'm on tour. I don't have time for
she's on tour
to do a real apartment tour. We'll do my fake apartment tour.
Right. Wait. My favorite. She really is a star because I'm so entertained watching her.
Yeah.
I know this happened. They were touring her bathroom. She said, no, close the door. I want you to walk in on me as I'm in the bathtub. So they open the door and she's cross-legged in the bathtub like, and welcome to my marble bathroom. And she gives a little chuckle. You're like, this is insane.
I'm going to do it, but be like, welcome to my 600 square foot apartment.
Yes. Have a bunch of dresses hanging. She's like, obviously all of my Giovanni dresses. I love it.
It was like totally branded, that whole video.
Oh my God. Yes. And she had her actor's chair, the director's chair.
The director's chair from Housewives. Just like out. That was that room though.
Didn't it look like room?
Didn't it look like a library of like that you go to in kindergarten?
Show and tell. Yeah. It was show and tell. But
there's like a round table with 4 pink chairs. I was like, she's not eating at that table. Who lives in this room?
She's like, do you want an espresso? I'll make us some. This is my Nespresso machine.
Brought to you by Nespresso. Hey, Nespresso.
I love her.
We should do a job together, don't you think?
I love her. She tried on all her hats.
Yes.
This one I got on the beach in Mexico. Can you believe it? This one I got from my favorite hat store in Manhattan. I die for that.
It's so funny. It's so good. Congrats, Page 6, on getting that coveted apartment tour.
Let me tell you.
Now we need Sonia to do the house tour.
Anna, we devised a plan, you guys. Should we tell the plan or should we wait?
I don't know. I think we should.
We should wait. It's a big announcement. Listen for next week because this is the big announcement coming.
I think
we're going to do it.
I think we should do it.
We're charging it to the credit card. That's your only clue.
Psycho people. This was so fun. Guys,
do you feel better?
I feel better. Don't I sound better?
You sound phenomenal.
I just wasn't feeling it this morning, you
I
know? I'm sorry I brought that energy. I really am. Mike, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Thank you guys. Trey, I'm sorry. I'm back, you guys.
She's back.
Next week will be even better, you know?
We're back, ready for action. We're absolutely killing it. We've got a lot of plans for Big Wigs in 2024. You know why? Because our bank accounts won't allow anything different. Our bank accounts are saying, bitch, you better get to work.
We're getting to work. We're getting to work. Thanks for being here. Spread the love. Spread the word. Anything coming up for you that you want to plug?
Big stuff, but
great.
I'll keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
really big stuff.
Really big stuff. I have a big announcement coming next week. All of it's for next week.
Okay. Save it for next week, guys. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Big Wigs Podcast. Of course, Anna Roisman and myself, Andrea Lopez. We love you. Be a big wig.
Peace.